On Monday morning, a detective from Antwerp's Diamond Squad stood inside a vault 2 floors underground and asked a question into his radio. He asked the alarm company to confirm the vault's status. The voice on the other end checked the signal and replied calmly, "The vault is secure." He looked down at the floor around his own feet, covered in discarded boxes, wrappers, and the unmistakable glint of gemstones nobody had bothered to pick up, and said, "Then how is it that I'm standing inside the vault?" My name is the voice behind Creepy Chronicles. This is the Antwerp diamond heist, the largest gem theft in recorded history, and the story of how a vault with 100 million possible lock combinations was beaten by hairspray and patience. Every detail in this investigation is documented court record, confirmed by Belgian police, and detailed in the book Flawless by Scott Andrew Selby and Greg Campbell. Antwerp's diamond district handles up to 85% of the entire world's rough diamond trade. At its center stood the Antwerp Diamond Center, a building whose underground vault was considered by reputation nearly impossible to breach. The vault was protected by an advanced combination lock with 100 million possible combinations, infrared heat detectors, a seismic sensor, Doppler radar, a magnetic field across the door itself. In the year 2000, an Italian man named Leonardo Notarbartolo rented a small office inside that very building. He told staff he was a diamond dealer. For nearly 2 years he kept that cover, visiting daily, building trust, blending into the rhythm of the district. During that time he hid a tiny camera inside a briefcase to film guard rotations, camera placements, and even glimpses inside the vault itself. Notarbartolo assembled a team, men known only by aliases. Speedy, the genius, the monster, the king of keys, each had a speciality: electronics, locks, disguise. To bypass an infrared camera watching the balcony, the genius built a custom polyester shield. To beat the magnetic sensor on the vault door, he engineered a precise aluminum plate. And to beat the infrared heat detectors guarding the vault interior, they sprayed them with ordinary hairspray, coating the lenses just enough to blind them without triggering an alarm. On the night of February the 15th, 2003, Notarbartolo parked underground, rode the elevator to his office, and waited for the rest of his team. They moved through the building's blind spots, bypassed every sensor they had spent 2 years studying, and opened the vault door. Over the next several hours, they opened 123 of the vault's 160 boxes: loose diamonds, gold, jewelry, bearer bonds. They worked carefully, deliberately, gathering everything into bags, collecting their own tools and surveillance tapes as they went, leaving the vault looking almost undisturbed. They escaped clean, almost. During the getaway, one team member, panicked, anxious, the one they called Speedy, threw a bag of evidence out of the car window into the Belgian countryside. The next morning, a local resident out litter-picking found the bag. Inside were receipts, loose gems, camera film, and a partially eaten salami sandwich. DNA extracted from that sandwich matched Leonardo Notarbartolo. 5 days after the heist, he returned to the Antwerp Diamond Center, and police were waiting. He was convicted in 2005 and sentenced to 10 years. 3 associates received 5 years each. The man known only as the King of Keys was never identified. From prison, Notarbartolo gave an interview to Wired magazine that introduced a twist nobody expected. He claimed he had been hired by an Antwerp diamond merchant to stage the robbery as an insurance fraud, and that when the gang opened their bags afterward, they found only $20 million worth of stones, not the 100 million reported to police. Belgian police and the authors of Flawless examined this claim closely and rejected it. The vault itself had been refused collective insurance due to its security flaws, making a large-scale insurance scam involving it deeply impractical. The scene investigators found: lights on, sensors taped over, valuables ransacked across the floor, did not support a staged event. To this day, the overwhelming majority of what was stolen in the Antwerp diamond heist has never been recovered. Most estimates suggest less than 10% of the total value was ever returned. Creepy Chronicles investigates the cases where the planning was flawless and the failure was almost absurdly human. Every Thursday and every Sunday, real, documented, told without apology. They beat radar, they beat infrared, they beat a lock with 100 million combinations. A sandwich beat them. This is the truth behind the heist.